guys, my name is Priya Bihani, and over the past few months, I have worked on this project called image manipulation. For starting, I would like to thank my mentors Gabriel and Tasso, and Credit Suisse, my sponsors, and Rocket.chat for giving me this opportunity. So let's talk about image manipulation. What is this about? It says it does what it says. It is true to its name, image manipulation. With image manipulation, we can crop the image, doodle over it, and add text to it. So, where will this image manipulation project will be used in the Rocket.chat? If you haven't figured it out, it will be used when user send the image to the user send the image to the chat. So let's before moving on to the next slides, let's get the demo. I'm sharing my screen. Right now, this project is running on the Storybook because this project is a part of Fuselage Monorepo. It is a package over there, and like all the Fuselage packages, this project is prototyped in the Storybook. We have multiple stories over here depicting the various case scenarios, such as image might be this, image dimensions might be this, or it can be tall, wide, square, or portrait. Then we have this toolbar states. We have this default toolbar state, doodle. In doodle functionality, this toolbar will look like this, text and crop. Let's go to our default and test out these functionalities. First of all, let's test out doodle functionality. With doodle, we can doodle over the image. You can see over here, there's this black lining. We can change the color. Let's change it to white. And we have this. Right now, the stroke width is not very wide. So let's change it. We can change it. And then here we go. Apart from this, we have the undo and redo functionality in the doodle. It is specific to doodle. Right now, this is not in the text functionality and crop functionality. So let's check it out. We are doing redo, undo, and then this redo. It's working. Then we have cross and check functionality. With the cross, we can forego all of these changes and we will return to our previous state. But with the check, we will implement all of these operations on the image. So we have got this. Then we also have the text functionality. By clicking on the text icon, we will get a box which will say double tap and type here. Right now, this is little dark. So to improve the visibility issue, let's change this color. Then we have this. When we double tap and type over it, we can type anything. It is a multi-line text functionality, first of all. So we can type many multi-lines in any lines. And then we have, then we can tap out and we can change this position over the image. It won't go out if you're wondering that. And we also have this changing the size, font size. Then again, we have cross and check functionality. Let's, for the sake of using cross once, let's cross it. If you want to check out the check as well, let's do that as well. Then we have the final functionality called crop. This was the most difficult one to implement. When we have this crop functionality, we get this layer. When we select over it, we get these handles, and we can change the size of this layer. We can move it anywhere; it won't go out, and then we can crop it. Let's do things. There we go. So this is all about the functionalities over there. So if you guys have any questions. Okay, so let's go over the structure of this project. I have made a flowchart over it. So this is the project structure. Let me explain to you. Rocket.chat provides us with the base64 URL of image. This image manipulation component takes the base64 URL and give us a this image manipulation component takes the base64 URL and give us the preview of the image with the toolbar. The toolbar contains the crop, text, and doodle functionality, which are called modifiers. If any of the modifiers get selected, we select any of the modifiers, there are many things happens at once. So let me step it out. Let me tell you what it is. First thing is that image get rendered onto the canvas, and over the canvas we get another rendering layer depending on the modifier. Such as if we have the crop functionality, we select the crop modifier, we get the crop rendering layer. Text rendering layer, doodle rendering layer. Then our toolbar also changes according to our modifier, and then the user perform the operations. If it's crop the image, text, and doodle it. Then after that, when we click on the check, when we click on the check, we convert the canvas to an image, and then we store that image URL, which is base64, and then image manipulation component again renders that image and preview it with the toolbar like it did in the starting. So this is an infinite cycle. We can do it any number of times. After the crop functionality, we can use the text, or after the text, we can again use the crop or doodle, anything you want. And after that, let's talk about the challenges are faced in the. So no questions yet. So after that, let's talk about the challenges are faced. So the first challenge was to decide what to use. If we use the JavaScript, that will be too complex for it. Then it will increase the complexity if we use the JavaScript. Then we have the native Canvas API. But the thing with native Canvas API is that it doesn't provide us with the high level functionality which we needed. So it would again add to the complexity. But we found a solution to use the HTML5 Canvas API using Fabric.js. What Fabric does, it provides us with the high level functionality over the HTML5 canvas only. So that was the solution. And then we have the then we have another challenge, that is type definitions. Okay, so you see that Fabric.js is written into the JavaScript language, but we were making this project in React and TypeScript. So getting the type definitions of Fabric functions was a challenge for me. Then we have the project interface. Okay, so project interface, defining the structure, how will it be presented, and then how will the code work, the code structure, what should be the best optimizations, and what should be the initial structure as well, and where should we prototype it. That was the project interface. Then we have the main problem in image and canvas dimension. As I said, the image is converting into canvas, rendering it onto the canvas, and canvas is rendering onto the converting into the image. So there we have the dimensions and positioning problem in the project itself. But for the better user experience, we need user to believe that nothing has changed. So that's why this was the main problem. Then we have the managing state. In this application, in behind the scenes, this application consists of a lot of small pieces of data, or maybe large, that needs to be accessed by various components at various levels. So state management was a bit of challenge, which we haven't foreseen. So I added context API after starting the project. Then let's talk about the future improvements over here. So with this project, future improvements are infinite. I mean, we can add many things over here. But for this particular project, let's talk about this. First of all, this is improving image quality. Right now, when we are rendering image onto the canvas, or changing canvas to the image URL, we are little bit degrading the image quality. That we can fix it by optimizing the rendering layer, or we can refactor this app. Then we have then we can add support for stickers and shapes, where, stickers, shapes, and various other things. Then we can also add the undo redo functionality over the whole app. Right now it's just in Doodle, but we can add over the whole app. Then we can have the font families for support in the text functionality. And other things there are, but these are the 4 improvements I would like to make even after the GSOC. This my project period is completed. That's it for me, guys.
Congratulations. This is very impressive presentation. You obviously did a lot of good work and you're quite proud of it. It shows.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of questions from Sync and another couple from Amal. Do you want to try to answer those?
Yeah, I'll try some. So, okay, so Sing, to answer your questions, that yes, Storybook, if it's running in the Storybook, it can be integrated. It will work the same in the Rocket.chat. We are running onto the Storybook because it's a fuselage project, and there are certain steps to be followed. Like it is first need to be integrated in the fuselage, then the fuselage versions will come out, then we will get into the Rocket.chat. Will it work with the mobile? Definitely, if we tweak some changes in it. Right now, it's not suited for mobile, but I'll do it. I'll do it before even the presentation.
Just one extra thing. I think that mobile has some basic like image cropping functionalities already. And I'm not sure that we can do like the same style of implementation with Canvas for mobile. So we'd have to look into that. But I mean, since we done it in a separate package, um, any repo that supports like everything that we're using, it's possible to use it there. It just has to support like Canvas and Fabric.js. So next question. Does it follow the canvas aspect ratio or image aspect ratio for a new image?
Okay, so okay. Does it follow the canvas aspect ratio or image aspect ratio for a new image? Actually, we can change the aspect ratio of it. I mean, if we are talking about the crop functionality, we can change the aspect ratio. Right now, it's little tweaky, but I'm working on it. The thing with aspect ratio is that we have to scale it down, scale it down and scale it upwards with the specific cases without overflowing our uh, parent container. Is it possible to revert to original image as it happens on iOS? Uh, uh, no, it's right now it's not, but we can make this functionality because we are storing the original image URL, uh, so we are not changing it anyhow. So we can create an option to revert back to the original image. And anyway, it's in the future improvements that adding undo and redo will allow us to do that as well.
I think that's it. Does anyone have any more questions? Let's wait. There's some people typing still. No, I guess that's it then. So thanks everyone for showing up to the presentation. Thanks Priya for the awesome work you have done in the past few months. It's been really great working with you. And I guess that's it. We're receiving some compliments there on the chat.
Thank you very much, guys. This was a team effort.
Okay, so bye everyone.